Hello, hello. I have arrived. Artist, archivist, future man, and tonight, alchemist. You can call me Tiberius Vanderfield. Hello, hello. So, tonight, Atelier Yumia, the Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land. So yeah, like I mentioned on Twitter, I was a little bit held up at work today. But yeah, nothing really went wrong. It's just that there was a lot of weather, and I biked to work. So I did not want to bike back in very, very intense rain, basically. But yes, anyway, let's see, where was I? I guess I wasn't anywhere in particular. So yes, anyway, tonight, Atelier Yumia, Saturday, Arc Nights. The Saturday stream should be around 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And other than that, not a whole lot to be said. So yeah, I suppose that's another benefit of the new fewer stream per week schedule, is that I have less to talk about and less to potentially forget each time we do the business here. So yes, so let's see. That should be basically everything. So with that, why don't we just hop right in? There we are. So yes, I wanted to show that we actually have a new title screen now. So yes, I did not intend to time it just so, but I did manage to do it. So yes. Anyway, this is pretty nifty. I imagine this is sort of what the area that we're about to go into will look like once we get a little bit further into it. We haven't seen any environments quite so... Yeah, we haven't seen any scenes, I suppose, of this new environment that are quite so dramatic as this thus far. But we did basically just take our first steps into the region. Yes, last time. I suppose one other thing to mention is that I did get an update on the status of the Guardians of Azuma package delivery. So yeah, so as of today, apparently it has been shipped. So hopefully that will arrive soon-ish. I don't know precisely when it will be. I have no real idea when it will be. But it will be soon, probably. I would imagine before the end of the month at the very least. But who knows? Anyway, one thing I do know is that we do need to head over to a new location. This man appears to be training to fight laundry, perhaps? I don't think laundry glows, typically. But it does look like clothing. Maybe I shouldn't be messing around too much here. Anyway, we do have a job to do. Oh, okay. I don't think we've ever been in water deep enough to swim in before. We've definitely seen water, but yeah, again, never deep enough to swim in. Discovering all kinds of new things in this new land. Water deep enough to swim in. What will they think of next? We probably should eat at some point. In fact, I don't know if we can camp here necessarily. No. Yeah, we don't. Do we have a camping set? We should. I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have a camping set and we have plenty of food. Alright, we do have, of course, our goal right in front of us. But we also have flowers to pick. And we have a shrine to interact with. I imagined our journey up here would be a little bit more dramatic than this, but I suppose it wasn't that far away. It looked far away, but it wasn't that far. Alright. Anyway, with that, now let's actually go inside. No more fooling around for this specific moment in time. Quite the entrance here. Pretty simple activation, I suppose. Yeah, I guess, yeah, this is sort of more so an introduction of us to the Welleks, I suppose, rather than an introduction of this region to us. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything incredibly dramatic. Controller disconnected on me there. Anyway. So yes, so... Oh, wait, hold on. When did Nina get here? Or no, she was here. She has been here. Okay. But yes, it's been a little bit since we played, so I kind of forgot what the situation was last time around. We have indeed. I think this is the first time that Yumi has gotten this much positive attention about her alchemy. Yes, Yumi is most certainly not. I suppose we probably could bring the chief here. Just as Cledia said, I suppose. It occurs to me that I didn't grab my water bottle before we started here. I'm gonna have to get that at some point. Perhaps after this cutscene. Yeah, it was definitely... Yeah, again, we have seen a Welleks before in the crowd among the team. And I had assumed that was a member of the research team. But it seems that she is at least not a member of the research team yet. Alright. I suppose this is official business. Airhead has a plan then. I wonder if this might be that individual that we were seeing before, who was, again, around the rest of the research team, if perhaps not engaging in any research, or teamwork for that matter. I suppose we'll see when we get there. Yes, we've only seen so many unique character designs so far. It seems that Ayla has something of an idea. Ah, okay. So yes, I believe this is... Oh. Yes, anyway, this is the person that we saw before. And it looks like she's in a little bit of a bind. Well, we've dealt with similar issues before. Yes, shouldn't be any problem. Right. Once again, I need to sort of remember the fact that the button prompts that you see on screen do not necessarily correspond with the actual inputs. More specifically, it's the, you know, since X is a button both on an Xbox controller and a PlayStation controller, it's one that I get mixed up on a little bit. I see X and I think, oh, obviously, if I see the X button, I should press X. But not quite. Different X. I suppose I probably could, if I really wanted to, rebind the controls, maybe. But, I don't know. Oh dear. Oh. I just realized that Isla went down. That's no good. I'm glad that Victor stepped in pretty quick there. Can we do something? Can we? No, we can't do anything. Never mind. I'm surprised Isla went down so quickly. Considering that even, Yumia, who was in the fight for as long as she was, isn't anywhere near as harmed. I guess maybe she ended up on the wrong end of one of those attacks, perhaps. Alright. So yeah, nothing we can do to get a teammate up, it seems like. At least not yet. We might get that ability at some point, but not for now. Alright. Get some health back. Very nice. Yeah, I don't... Do we have anything that these things would be weak to? Uh-oh. Alright. Alright. We will heal Yumia. Gonna be a little bit more on the ball now. Alright. Still not too much trouble, even though one of us did go down there. Looks like we might still be having some frame rate problems, or at least it looked like it for a moment. Very strange that, because I definitely have not noticed any such thing with any other game. Yes, anyway, this is definitely the person that we saw previously. Okay, so she is on the research team. And at least we got her out of the trickiest part of the situation. So yeah, so if she's part of the research team, and she does... Yeah, if she's part of the research team, I wonder if she probably wouldn't have come from this particular part of the world. At least not from this specific village, right? Because presumably we would know where it was otherwise. Yeah. Presumably we would know where it was if she had come from it, but I guess she maybe wouldn't have, maybe wouldn't tell us necessarily. At least not offhand. Well, one way or the other. I do need to go get that water. So, I don't want to miss the dialogue here. So yeah. Yeah, we should heal Isla. Can we? I don't think we can heal her on the field. Well, with the fact that items are infinite, if we could heal her on the field, we probably could just, yeah, they might as well just give you full health after you exit a battle. But yeah, anyway, one way or the other though. Again, be right back. I forgot my water bottle. Alright, I've returned. So yes, pardon the delay there. But yes, I had to go help administer some eye drops to the dog. But yes, anyway, let's see. Where were we? Right. So we have found Lenya. We met Lenya, and she is going to be our mediator with the yes. Oh, interesting. Yes. She is going to be our mediator for the meeting with the Welleks. Yes, these aren't your average everyday mushrooms. These are danger mushrooms. And of course, no negotiation is ever so dire that you can't stop to pick some flowers on the way. And also some mushrooms. And also some chestnuts. Only one way to find out if we'll see Vesper. Yeah, I've probably mentioned this before, but I do like Isla's character. I do like Isla's character quite a bit. Hmm. Will the success of this peace talk hinge upon Yumia's ability to orate? Probably she wants to talk about the... I was going to say about, yeah, the Forbidden Lands and whatnot. Forbidden areas. Yeah, it seems that Cledia has a little bit more information, a little bit more knowledge of the situation than we thought. Yeah, Vesper had also been under the impression that alchemists were no more. That's interesting. Very interesting. What the situation is like for Welleks in general, or? Alright, it seems that they are not especially keen on alchemy here either. It would appear that the taboo is a little bit stronger here. So yeah, so they are especially not fond of alchemy here. Cledia has a bit more of a open-minded view, though, it seems. I wonder if that's purely practical, or if she has some other reason to be more okay with it. Yeah, it does seem... It does seem that it might be, at least in large part, a practical concern from Cledia.
未来は大きく開けることになる。これは長としての私の賭けでもある。あなたが錬金術師だという事実は明かさずにおく。名前さえ出さなければ大きな問題には発展しない。幸い集落の者たちにあなたが錬金術師だと
I was going to say it's a little bit strange that apparently nobody suspects us of being an alchemist. Yeah, nobody suspects us of being an alchemist when we very clearly manipulated mana, but I suppose they don't necessarily... I suppose they don't necessarily know how alchemy works if they are so opposed to it.
逆もまたしかりよ。もし私が自らこの事実を懸念すれば、あなたの調査も大きく停滞する。
So it seems that Cledia is threatening us a little bit too, which, fair enough.
わかるわよね。はい。
Yeah, so it does seem that she is purely... Yeah, this is purely a practical measure on her part. She does not seem to be sympathetic to us, as I was perhaps thinking earlier.
取り急ぎ、みんなには集落のものと同等に扱うようにと伝えておくわ。協力していきましょうね。ユミヤさん。はい。私から伝えるべきことは以上よ。後のことはエアハルトさんに聞いて。
I'm not sure how I feel about Cledia now. I was thinking that she might be on the up and up, but it seems that perhaps not.
それを調べるのが調査団の目的とフラミーは認
Well,
識してい
I
ます。
suppose we will learn something more at some point, most likely.
錬金術ってそんなに悪いものなの？お母さんはこの力で人を助けたんじゃないの？やっぱり私悪いことをしてるのかな？フラミーに善悪を判断する機能は搭載されていません。
Yes. To Yumia's concern, yeah, again, we do need to use alchemy in order to continue exploring. And obviously, alchemy, yeah. Cledia, at the very least, definitely believes that our ability to use alchemy is key to her people's survival. So it can't be, you know, it's not that bad. So don't worry too much about it, Yumia.
聞いた？一応。
戻ってきたな。それじゃ今後の方針を話そう。
Yes. Now what will we do?
こういう状況になった。調査を進めるためにウェルクスとは摩擦を生まないよう留意する必要がある。その上でクレイジャさんから集落の生活改善に
Alright, I suppose that's sort of probably going to be the explanation for why we're allowed to build things and whatnot in this area.
調査団とウェルクスたちの仲介役として動く。
はい、頑張ります。
生活改善への協力って要は手のいい雑用係だろ。
Yeah, Lenya's... I don't know, I'll talk about it more once we get out of the cutscene, I suppose. I don't want to talk over the cutscene too much, even if, again, most of the audience, I would assume, probably don't understand Japanese. I would like to, if I'm talking about things, have them be at least somewhat on topic. I want to be on friendly terms. They seem to be, you know, they don't seem to be intentionally troublesome to us. They're just not, you know, we are strangers. We are walking into their home unbidden. Yeah, that is another thing to keep in mind, is that we definitely were not expecting anyone to be living here just in general. I, for one, am very interested in seeing what these folks have to say. Okay, just as I was thinking, so yes. This is at least part of the reason why we're able to build things in what is the Welleks territory.
ごめんなさい。少しいい？私もユミヤたちと一緒に行動したいのだけど、どうかしら？
So I was expecting that Lenya would be the one to join my party here. But it looks like Nina might be as well. I expected Nina would at some point, but I was expecting Lenya first, at the very least. Well, she's already saved our life, so I'm pretty okay with Nina being around us. We would literally be dead if not for Nina, so she has already proven her capability. Rutger is a little bit less pleased, but when is Rutger pleased about anything other than treasure? I suppose some of our pioneering goals are probably, at least in theory, framed in this as well. Alright, so we have Nina now, so we'll see what she's capable of. Alright. So, with all this, we have quite a few quests, it seems like. But, no time for that. Oops. But there is time to open the map by accident. Anyway, so, we have Nina, so let's see what she's capable of. So yes, so she's got a gun and a knife. Pretty cool. It's, I don't know, gun is maybe a strong word for it. It's definitely something. Definitely something. Do we... I suppose we'll put one of the wrist weights on her. Do we want to... Well, yeah, we're going to swap her into the party so we can use her. I don't know who we'd want to swap out. Alright, so, anyway. Jackknife deals magic damage to a single enemy. Quick Draw deals magic damage to a single enemy. Damage is increased in proportion to speed. Okay, so she is a character who specifically wants to have speed, it seems like. Yes. Sharpshooter deals magic damage to a single enemy, also adds one additional attack to your chain. Deals magic damage to a single enemy, cooldown is reduced in proportion to speed, capped. Your critical rate exceeds 100%, it increases damage by the amount over 100%. Okay, so she's feels kind of like a rogue type character. But yeah, do we have anyone else that does magic damage? I don't think we do. At least no one who does magic damage consistently, I don't think. Whoops. Yeah, I don't think anyone does magic damage at all, actually. Oh, no. Yumia does do some magic damage. He does magic damage at range and physical damage in not range. With all that, then, I think we might swap... I don't know, I think a practical choice would be to swap Nina for Isla. There we go. If for no other reason than because Isla is currently not in the best state. So, we will, yeah, swap Rutger out, or no, swap Isla, as I was saying. Isla out for Nina. Alright. And yeah, the back line, I don't think we need to do anything with that. Yes, we'll set Nina as our main character. I don't see much reason to change any of their abilities or their skills. Tactics, there we go. Yeah, it seems that with the fact that her default evasion priority is a lot higher, maybe not a lot higher than a lot of other characters, but higher than some other characters. Yeah, it seems that she might be a little bit less durable than the others. So probably she is a character who we would benefit from controlling directly, so as to ensure that we don't get thoroughly annihilated. Anyway, so since we have Nina out, or Isla out of the team in favor of Nina, I suppose we'll give Isla, or Nina Isla's training weight. There we go. Not that we necessarily need to do that, but I don't know. I like the idea of us all gaining experience at roughly the same rate. So it seems that, no, actually, yeah. Everyone is gaining experience even if they're not on the team. We might want to make another training weight in that case, then. I suppose we can, but I don't know. We don't need to worry about it that much. I don't need to be that particular. I do want to pick a fight, though, now that we have another member of our party, so let's go see if there's some wildlife that is feeling particularly pugnacious today. I still have the instinct of wanting to wander around and explore all of these, wander around and explore ruins and whatnot, but given that these are, you know, people's homes, that might be a little bit rude to think, ruins, we should explore those. Yes, we don't have any items on Nina right now, so that is a little bit of a damage loss. Alright. Yeah, because we can't do anything while the skills are on cooldown. But yes, we'll definitely want to start making equipment that is specialized for Nina if we intend to keep using her. And I don't see any reason why not to. But yes. Again, we probably should camp at some point. Unfortunately, we cannot camp now. I think... No. We already looked into that, I'm pretty sure, whether having the camping set in the... Actually, now that I think about it, I guess I don't really need to have a camping set, do we? Yeah, we don't need to have a camping set because we can, you know, build up a base here, take a rest. No, we don't have a repair kit. Can I make one? Oops. Make sure that we're not in sight of anyone. I suppose it doesn't actually matter, but oh. Alright, well, we don't have room for that. Unfortunate. Let's see, where is the base that we can build? Again, we could always just fast travel to another place, and we did fast travel to here, but I don't know, it feels appropriate. So yes, so let's do some building. Yeah, as per usual, we'll start with a greenhouse. Yes, do not worry, Welleks. This is all perfectly normal. There is no untoward business going on. We're just conjuring a building from nowhere. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. Alright. Put down a container. And I think it's time we did some building. Yes. Alright. So, what do we want to put together? Yeah, I'm thinking we can't really do anything that matches the design here, I don't think. But we can still build a house. But yeah, I guess this ground is pretty level, so we shouldn't need a foundation. Plus, it's made of stone anyway, so... We can't make anything that matches the color, but we can make things made of stone, which should be pretty on brand at the very least. I kind of like the idea of having a building with sort of a secret alchemy lab in the back, basically. Yeah, we'll have a nice inviting facade for our little structure here. And then we'll have the everything else in the back there. Alright. So, let's... Did I do something to rotate this? Hold on. I don't know, maybe we can do things proper. How did I do this? Oh, there we go. Alright. Is this? Yeah, that's the outside. Or no. Okay, it's symmetrical, so it doesn't matter. Alright. Place this like so. I wonder if we can... Yes, we can make a few of these. I guess we don't. We don't really need the window in that specific location, do we? Alright. Oops. Alright. Let's try that again. Do we... We can make it a little bit of an odd shape, I suppose. But yes. More walls, of course. I think we'll make a fair few of these. Almost, yeah, I want to make this section of the building a little bit bigger. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, that should be something a little bit more livable. I'm kind of trying to think in terms of, like, what would be nice if this was, you know, an actual base for actual research team personnel. Yeah. I was thinking that we might want to have sort of a seating area here or something. We'll move that back a little bit more. Make a few more of these. Very cheap walls. Alright. Yes, we can't take up too much space unless we move the greenhouse, which we could, I suppose. No reason not to. Still not quite sure what to make of this structure, but it looks nice. It's aesthetic. Anyway. No. Alright, I'm not going to fool around too much here. I may be building, but we're going to be a little bit efficient about it. Alright. Yeah, I'm thinking this is sort of a seating area, like I was saying, or something like that, a rest area. Then having this, something in the back here, a little bit out of sight for the actual alchemy. Because I am going to, I don't know, it does feel a little bit weird, thematically speaking. But, you know, sometimes you just need to do alchemy. That's just the way of things. But yes, and of course, no windows in the alchemy region. Alright, very nice. I wonder if we can make a structure with, like, multiple floors. Do they have windows? Or, not windows. They do have windows, we know that much. Do they have stairs? Doesn't look like it. Unfortunate. Yeah, nothing... We can make a hill, which could potentially get us further up in a building, I suppose. Oh, okay. I had noticed that there was a ruined wall with door option. Is this... Wait. Where'd the walls that we were seeing earlier go? I guess maybe they... Yeah, because they... Oh no, there they are. So yeah, ruined door. Actually, depending on... I don't know if this is the right size. Not quite. Yeah, it doesn't quite match the frame. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that we could maybe... I don't know, that does seem a little bit suspicious to have a locked door in the back, but we can say that it's just for where we keep our records, you know? Things that we don't just want anybody to look at. Nothing untoward there. Perfectly normal. Alright. I suppose we need to actively, or actually, activate this switch in order to get in now, though. Alright. Definitely not a huge fan of the strange little... Yeah, strange little gap in the wall there. Yes. Okay, we do need more space for the altar. Alright. So, well, I don't know. I guess, again, they don't know what alchemy looks like, per se. We don't need full-size walls here. Yeah, anyway, they don't know what alchemy looks like, so they're not necessarily going to be put off by us doing alchemy. Yeah, they're probably going to be put off if they were to see it, but that's why we're making it so they can't. Alright. So, these should be the smaller wall segments. We'll need 2 of those. Oop. Uh-oh. Hold on. I need to move... Whoops. Alright. Let's pick that up. Put that over here for now. Move this aside. Move this aside. Alright. There we are. So this shouldn't be fine. This will not, in fact, be fine. Unfortunate. Well, we can use them elsewhere, I suppose. Yes, it looks like the alchemy room is going to end up a little bit bigger than I was initially planning on here, but... More room, more secrets. Oh, we have a zip line over there. Yes, and we'll need one more... Whoops. One more stone wall here. There we are. So again, we have our little structure. We could maybe say... I don't know. I'm offering a lot of in-character justifications for something that no one is logically going to notice or care about in universe. So yes, we'll move the altar a little bit. Oop. If I can. Do I need to not be standing on it? There we go. Alright. Kind of a snug fit, but it does work. I think we will want a switch, another switch inside, in theory. Whether or not this will actually work is another question, but will it work? Okay, so yeah, so it's a... Yeah, you press it and then it opens, okay. I suppose if we're already kind of at a premium for space in here, so let's turn the door around. Very nice. Now the gap is on the other side, but oh well. Is there anything we can do about that? Or is this just not quite it? Oh, hold on. Is there a gap on both sides now? There is. Oh dear. Alright, I cannot abide that. There's a lot that I'm willing to put up with, but not that. So I'm even less willing to put up with that. Oh dear. Alright, so... we might have a use now for the small walls. Yeah, just blocking... Did that? No. Hold on. I disabled... Ah, yes, I can disable snapping. Perfect. Alright, we want to snap it. There we go. Snap it a little bit. Alright, we want it to line up the... Alright, I definitely can't make this especially good. But if we get it good enough, then it's not going to be obvious, at least. Alright. I suppose actually with that then, well, can we move this just a little bit? No. We can sink the door just a little bit into the wall, I suppose, or into the floor, and it won't look too strange. Alright. Again, we don't need to get this super perfect. There we go. Really nice. Really, really nice.
フラミーには暇を紛らわす小話紹介機能も搭載されています。お母さんがつけたのかな、その機能。
Alright, we do need to move the switch over a little bit.
模様替えしよう。
Yes, I do like that Flammy is apparently in-universe created to just kind of chat a little bit. Okay, there we go. I was wondering if we had done something wrong here. Alright, anyway, so, now that we have a building, time to give this building a roof. So yes, again, I do wish that there was... Whoops. Well, we don't have to worry about that right now. So yes, I do wish that there was a convenient... or that there were stairs. Again, I don't know for sure that there aren't. But we haven't seen any. Is there... Actually, now I'm curious. We'll make one of these. So, if we were to turn off snapping... No, okay. I was wondering if we could rotate it. No, we can only rotate it around the one axis. So yes, it seems that stairs are another lost technology, unfortunately. Oh, actually, never mind. Not that we necessarily want to spend that much time building this building up, but since I was just talking about stairs all this time, why not make some stairs, huh? Alright, we have an ad break coming up here in a little bit. I'm kind of thinking, like, again, if this were an actual base that the research team was using, you know, it's pretty far away from our main base. So probably they'd want... Is this just a house? Like a building to live in? No. Huh. What is this? I mean, it says it's a dormer, but I don't know what that means. Alright, anyway. So we have stairs now. We have invented stairs. The stairs are kind of clipping with the wall, but that's fine. So with that then, now let's put some flooring on the top level here. I feel like it would make more sense for it to be wood. Oh, that's not big enough. Can we... Is this going to be bigger? No, it's going to be much smaller, in fact. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do to get something substantially bigger. Yeah, so we're just going to have to... Is that not... Oh, that's not in line with anything. Oh, dear. You probably don't need that many. Alright. I do wish that this didn't all have to take place from essentially Yumia's perspective. I'm glad now that we made this other floor. Yes. If there was a more of a third-person omniscient view that we could take, so to speak. Do we... I wonder if we can move this back a little bit to give more, like allow this to snap better. No, it just seems like it's not... It has slightly different priorities from me, it seems. Ah, here we go. Yeah, so that should be okay. Still clipping into the wall a little bit, but you know, there's only so much we can do. All right. Anyway, so that's fine. That's a little bit too small, I think, for it to really make sense. All right. And I don't think we're going to have another room over top the alchemy section. I think we're just going to put a roof on that. All right. It's quite a big area. So yeah, I think we'll need, we wouldn't be able to just build one structure that would take care of all of it. We'll need to double up. Do we have sort of a stone? Yes. This one's a little bit of a shallower, or no, they're the same slope. Yeah, 4 of these should be fine for now, which is why I made 3 of them. Oh, actually, oh no, this isn't quite enough. Alright. Alright, up and over. But yeah, once the ad starts, I'll just keep going, but yeah. Oop. Uh-oh. Alright, we fall into the definitely not alchemy room. Not a problem, though. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not even remotely close to the count of how it was actually happening in the game, but you know. Oh dear. Alright, let's put some more stairs around this building so that we can get around easier. What section were stairs under? This section. I wonder, are these... I mean, they're clearly different stairs. Okay, this one's smaller. Okay. Yeah, this is what we want. There we are. It's almost like we're actually building a house. Alright. So, that should be good there. I think we can get that to snap like so. Get this to snap like so. Back out. And pull this one into place. Alright, ad's coming up, so I'll take it to the break screen. Alright, I have remained. So yes, so we're still building the house. I don't want to... Oh. Okay, there we go. I was a little bit confused there, but yeah, we're fine. So yeah, so we did have to make a little bit of compromise. Maybe we don't need to show it right now, but... Yeah, there is a slight issue in that there's not a horizontal, or sorry, a vertical section that's this exact color. So I did have to go with this. I did also build the wrong roof piece, so we've just got a little bit of blue there. It would have looked weird with the red too, but we're just gonna let it slide for right now. But yeah, anyway, so I do need to go and grab the stairs from out back. I'm going to be working on the roof in here. Oh no, right. Again, we already established that was the particle effect for entering a building area. Yeah. I'm glad that or maybe not glad, but it's amusing to me that Wami does not have emotions in the traditional sense, it seems, but she does have disdain. She is able to feel disdain, if nothing else. Yes, this isn't going to be a permanent structure, but we need it for the time being. And yeah, we're going to do more of the same style of roofing that we've already been doing. Part of me does want to maybe do... Actually... Hold on. Are these the same roofs that we were using? Yeah, I think, actually, yeah, given, well, that's not the place for it. It'll be fine. We'll figure this out. Yeah, no, never mind. Uh-oh. Alright. This time properly. There we go. Yes, we want the corner roof here. Actually, is there a bigger corner? No. Oh well. So this might be a little bit odd here. There we go. So will we... How many of these will we need? Just one, okay. Because yeah, these are each about half of the width. Okay. I suppose we could do this on the other side too. How tall do we want to make this roof? Not that tall ideally, but you know, needs must. Alright. Anyway. Yes, we'll need at least 2 of these to make everything match up. We'll need 2 of these. Alright. Well. Alright, here we go. And here we go. Very nice. Very nice, okay. And we'll need 1 more, it seems like, if I'm doing the math right. Yeah, I guess it's not math. Visual estimation, right? Alright. So if we were to do this again, we'd need to do 1 more layer, or we could just have the roof be flat on top. I guess I'm not too worried. Oh, okay, this is the roof we were using before. Alright, well, let's just finish off with this roof because we were using it anyway. Unfortunate that. Oh, and it's especially unfortunate because the stairs are not in such a way that we can access this section easily anymore. Alright, we might need to build another... No, we don't need to build another set of stairs. We can just borrow these. Very nice. Alright. Alright. After this, they'll have to call me the Architect of Memories. The Architect of Memories and the Envisioned Blueprints. There we go. Oops, that's a small segment. We don't want that necessarily. We might want it at some point, but not now if we can avoid it. Alright. Then yeah, 2 more corner segments will finish this off. The roof's going to look a little bit weird from inside, but I guess just don't look up. There we are. This is looking pretty nice. I think we might want to put a little bit of decoration on the outside, maybe. But, Hold on. Alright, so. There we are. Whoop. There we go. Okay. And yeah, we don't need to be up here, in theory. But having a little bit of an attic could be nice. So, you know, why not? Alright. So we were using these are wooden floors, right? I suppose it doesn't say. It's not the worst thing in the world if it's not quite the same, I suppose. Okay, actually, yeah, this is what we were using, what we made on accident before, so presumably this is what we were using. Alright, is this... There we go. The camera definitely does not appreciate what I'm doing here. It doesn't see my artistic vision. And thus it is denying me ocular vision. Alright. Will this accommodate me? Yes, it will. Okay. If you're tall, you might need to crouch a little bit to get up here, but this is fine. Things don't quite match up perfectly, but that's okay. Honestly, I really like this. I really like this. I don't know that I really like these being right next to each other like this. This feels unsafe. It feels like you could fall off here. And it's convenient. It's convenient. It'll allow me to get down faster. But I'm not going to build a house that's dangerous to live in. I mean, these stairs don't have guardrails, so it's pretty dangerous one way or the other, but... Well, I suppose that's a problem that can be solved with walls, in theory. I wonder if we can build like a half wall, like half horizontal wall. Yeah, half height wall, I suppose, more than anything. Okay, yeah, so this... it doesn't look good, is the problem. I definitely would want handrails, but I don't think that these match the aesthetic, really. Fences even less so. Ugh. These, I don't think either of these would really be good for it. It might be the best we have, though. With this, I don't like the look of this, but again, I like the look of this even less. Yeah, I like the look of this even less, and I like the look of no handrails even less. Oh, this is not good. Oh dear. Alright, we might just need to move these stairs. This isn't too bad, honestly, now that I look at it some more. Can we... No, because they're not anywhere near being in such a way that we could snap, or like, embed one in the other, basically. They are snapping in different ways, it looks like. They're trying to, anyhow. We might need to move this around to make things a little bit more sensical. Alright, and then we can grab this one. Experience a little bit of Z fighting there for a second. There we go. Okay. So this is something. I don't know that it's anything good. And yeah, this is definitely going to be way too wide, and if we put it into the building, it's going to clip out, and that'll just look awful. So, is there a nice looking way we can make this work? Oh, these handrails are not very... I was going to say, I didn't like them before, I definitely don't like them now. But I think it's about the only option. Oh dear. Oh, I really don't like that. Oh. Untenable. I can't let this happen. Alright. What else do we have that we could potentially use for this purpose? I don't know. I think we might just need to use that tiny wall that we made. Whoops. Snap on again. Not my favorite. Really not my favorite. One of my least favorites, honestly. Okay, let's just put a full-size wall here. There we go. That's much better. Alright. I guess maybe we just live in an era and in a location where building safety codes maybe aren't that firmly enforced. I wonder, would this... No, that would... This is definitely looks like an exterior wall. it would look weird if we put it there. Or an exterior, I guess it's an exterior wall, yeah. But exterior wall with a exterior door. Yeah, I was thinking that we might want to make a little cubby under the stairs here or something like that, but all these look like, again, exterior walls, which may have something to do with the fact that that's what they are, but anyway. Can we fit an energy generator in this room? Not comfortably, but yes. But again, this isn't necessarily meant to be a nice alchemy lab with all the fixings. Alright, that's not bad looking. The incongruous floating chest is a little bit bad looking, but we can move that. Stick that under the stairs. Make it look like we're using this space for something. Yeah, I think we'll put the bedroom upstairs. Yeah, sleeping area upstairs, seating area downstairs. I'm still not a huge fan of this fence, but it'll do fine for its purpose. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do up here. Is there anything else that we would want to put up here? Not really. No, we can't do anything with the mailbox. I don't know, putting a dresser up here seems like it could be... I don't know if fun would be the right word, but putting a dresser up here seems like something that you could do with this place. The dressing room... I think this is too tall of a structure for in here. I mean, it'll fit, but I don't know if it'll fit in a way that makes sense. Alright, we'll not worry too much about the attic for right now. Alright. For now, we'll also just put down a single bed, I think. Yeah, put down one over here. I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, we do want to build up our comfort level in the region. I don't know the exact benefits of that, but we did have a quest for that in Ligneus. Yes. Will this... Yes, that should work. That looks nice. Oh, hold on. Is that... That's clipping with the bed, isn't it? And if we put the bed here, this clips with it. But... okay, we don't want to disable snapping necessarily. Uh-oh. Alright, so this is fine for right now. That's less fine. No, okay, hold on. Like so. And then just bump it over a little bit. Oh dear. If we do it from this side... No, I don't like that. Hold on. Oh dear. Alright. This is fine. We're going to make it work. I think it's hovering a little bit above the ground, but that's okay. That's not okay. I don't like it. Alright. Alright. Enable snapping again. Disable. Nope. Enable snapping. Grab. Disable snapping. Okay, so it seems like it wants to maintain a specific distance from us. So as long as we know what that distance is, or at least it has a minimum distance. So with that in mind, we can just step a good ways away and then just bring it a little bit closer. There we go. a little bit close for comfort, but oh well. Yes, this is a research base and not a hotel. I noticed that there's a dye option here, but it doesn't seem like there's anything we can do with that at this point. Maybe these simply aren't things that can be dyed, but... Anyway. Yes, once again, we'll put some couches down here. Bookshelves, too, probably. Alright, furniture, there we are. So yeah, couch. There we are. Put up a bookshelf. Let's put up a couple bookshelves. Why not? Again, we want comfort. I feel like this is... Having it like right on the boundary between rooms feels a little bit weird. But yeah, we're definitely going to want some carpet. After all, this is a cold stone floor. These feel a little bit more like rugs than carpet, but... I wonder if this one's a little bit wider, or a little bit longer. Yeah. That should make for a good thing to put under the beds. It is a little bit hovering in the air, but only just a little bit. It is visible, though, so we need to fix that. Nope, okay, that's in the floor. Alright. We have gone so far into being in the house like carpet that the carpet has fused with the house. Alright, this should be... still not great. Alright, I think we're gonna have to place this manually. Okay. It is still a little bit above the ground, but not to a noticeable degree, I don't think. Alright. Alright, we're getting there. It seems our party is already enjoying our little constructions here. It would be so funny, though, if just building an alchemy station here did cause some sort of game over. Alright, so let's imagine that this is sort of a... I don't like this. Hold on. Oh no, for some reason I thought, yeah, I guess, because yeah, part of the legs were overlapping with Yumia, so I thought that this was just a table that had 2 legs for some reason. Anyway, we'll make 6 stools. We do have one outside still. So yes, 1, 2, 3, we could probably fit another 2 stools at this table pretty comfortably. I don't know, I don't think we want to put that much time into it though. Put a lantern on the table. We want... yeah, another couch could be good. These couches are awfully low, I'm realizing now. I mean, not that there's anything we can do about that, but... Is this... can we cook in this? I wonder. Oh, interesting. We should also put some lighting in here, but I do want to play the game at some point. So we're not going to spend too much more time in here. I suppose this is part of the game, but... I think that... yeah, the cooking pot... yeah, the cooking pot specifically said that it can be used to cook. Whereas the large cauldron did not say anything of the sort. So I'm assuming that it probably can't. But I've been wrong before. And just having a little bit more visual noise in here could be interesting. But yes, with the walls the way they are, I do think a little bit of color would be nice. Alright, this isn't a very big picture, unfortunately. Oh well. No, we should put that under the window so it gets light. Tapestry, that could be nice. Yeah. Oh, where did it go? Here we are. It does not seem to like what I've done with the place. There we are. Alright. We need to get pretty close. There we are. One more, I think. Just to add a little bit more color here. And I feel like we need something on this back wall, too. Well, I suppose we can start putting our lights in. We can start installing our lights. Yeah, the fancy wall lamp is the one that gives the most light, it looks like. We'll make a good few of these, because we're going to put a lot of them around here. And we're going to probably put them in other places, too, later on down the line. Yeah, put this on the outside of the house in roughly the same place. Not that it matters, per se, but it'll feel better if they're kind of connected like that, I think. I think we'll put... This one's a little bit bright for a bedroom setting, I think. So we'll put one about... I don't think we want it right above where people are sleeping. Well, I mean, it's probably not going to be on while they're sleeping, I suppose. Plants. We could put some plants in here. This looks nice, actually. I really like the look of that. Alright. And then let's put a light in the attic so it's not quite so dark in here. There we go. Yeah, I really like this. I didn't think I'd enjoy the construction quite so much. Ooh, hold on, we can put this somewhere. Yeah. Alright, I like it. That, I was going to say that we could maybe try using that for air jumper. Oh. Nice. So yeah, that's kind of nice to have, actually. Hi, Rooker. Alright. Anyway. So, let's see about quality. We have a lot of this. Is that... Oh, no, quantity. I was sorting by quantity. Alright. Let's make some more of these, considering that they are quite high quality. What are your thoughts, Rooker? Heard the gist of things from the noble boy. That monster wrecked your home. I don't plan on sticking my nose into other people's past, so whatever your goal is, just do what you like. You might be surprised to hear this, but I'm pretty popular among my fellow mercenaries. I'll try to live up to your expectations. Has Lenya been on her own this whole time? I know Welleks have impressive physical ability, but isn't that dangerous? Miss Silva, it's surprising to see that Welleks still live in Alades. But I am pleased to hear that they are willing to hear us out. It's important that we have good relations with the locals. I wonder if we can sit on chairs. Yes, we can. I guess we established that previously, didn't we? Is this chair slightly clipping with the floor? Is that why they feel so low? Oop. There we go. Or is it just the carpet? No, the carpet looks to be on par with the floor. So I think maybe just, I don't know. I think we do need to raise it up just a touch. Oh, actually, we can move it further and closer to us. And yeah, we can move it also just horizontally, vertically. Alright, I don't think there's anything we can really do to make his feet not clip into the floor. At least nothing that I'm inclined to do at this point. Alright. Alright, I have put the cooking pot in a place where we can't actually cook with it. So let's fix that. Alright, there we are. Alright, this seems to be not cooking. So... okay, there we go. So, I don't know that we necessarily actually want to cook anything right now, but why not? Reduce attack cooldowns could be nice. I don't remember what environmental mana is. I know that there's, you know, the mechanic for if you do well in fights, you know, generally things are just kind of better. Sort of a... I don't know what the word would be. I almost feel like we want to use this room for something. But I don't know what it would be. I guess this is probably... given that there's a machine of some variety in it, I suppose this is perhaps some manner of... in theory, some manner of climate control system for the greenhouse, which, to be fair, the door is just kind of open. There's not even a door. Yeah, the doorway is just kind of open, so... well, you know, alchemy. Why not? We don't need to worry about silly things like physics. Anyway, we have a nice cozy little home here with our horrible secret that no one can ever know about. Because they will throw us out if they learn about it. So yeah, while we're here, I suppose we'll make a wrist weight, since I was thinking about that. Alright. Yeah, I'm not too worried about anything being... yeah, I'm not too worried about it being, like, the best thing in the world. Yes, resonance area. Don't want to use those. Yeah, we need to use, yeah, something quite potent to get all of this. I think the nullifiers are fine. Using a mediocre nullifier is probably just perfectly alright. I don't know what... now that I think about it, I don't know what color item this is. It is a fire item, okay. So yeah, I guess using red... what am I doing? Okay, stone. So yes, anyway. Using a red... ah, here we go. Here's something that cares about red. I suppose there's a name for it that isn't red, but you know. Alright. Any of these are equally fine, I think. We could... no, I was going to say we could get a little bit more mana if we use one of the slightly bigger ones, but no, that was from... we collected that with the other one. I guess, honestly, with this, we're not getting enough mana to actually get a benefit, so we might as well just remove this. Yeah, this gave us mana, gave us enough to give us a bonus, but this will not. Now, as for quality, I wonder, what can we do? Do any of these have substantially... no, for this purpose, none of them have any more resonance than any of the others. So yeah, so this is a lightning one. Yeah, so this will allow us to get all of the mana. I suppose, again, it doesn't matter too much what color neutralizer we use. Alright, one trait crystal slot, which is nice. I don't know that we really care about quality in this instance, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, very good. Yeah, we might want to build some gear for speed one of these days. Just making better gear would probably also do us pretty well in the future. Anyway. Yes, we have engaged in our horrible secret art. We have built a lovely home with bookshelves that our party members are busily staring at endlessly. We have our nice seating areas. We have a little bit of greenery in front of the greenhouse. I suppose it's not super green. Purple-y. There's green too. Anyway. But yes, we've done all this, but I wonder if, yeah, I mean, we've survived longer falls onto actual hard surfaces, so the water is fine, probably. New ingredients. Yeah, I suppose since we're here, discovering new things is probably going to be good. Yeah, rotwood miasma. I wonder if there's anything else in the approach here. Yeah, so I think actually, where does this zip line take us, I wonder? I'm curious. Yes, the crops in the greenhouse are definitely grown by now. Okay, so this doesn't take me anywhere that I want to go, necessarily. But it's a fun ride, so. Alright. Oh, I was going to say this looks like something, but it looks like water, actually. Let's see, can we jump up to that, I wonder? I don't think so. Maybe. We could probably make that work. But the question is, do I want to do that right now? That's oddly... I was going to say, that's oddly luminous, whatever that is. Alright. Whoops. Oh dear. Okay. We're fine. Alright. Up and around. And this... Alright, I was going to say this could maybe lead us back up to where we were. Not with jumping like that. There we are. Ah, okay. Alright, unfortunate that. Ah, we were going to get the lumber repair tools, weren't we? I probably should do that, but I also need to remember where the treasure chest was in order to make use of them. Ah, actually, this is higher than we were previously, so yeah, this quite easily gets us up to here. Alright, alright. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is a new variety of switch. Is there anything noteworthy about it, or is it just a switch that just happens to look different? Treasure trove key. Yeah, I wonder if the local folks draw much of a distinction between using mana. Well, no, I was going to say if they draw... I was going to ask if they maybe draw a distinction between using mana and being an alchemist, but from what Cledia said, it does seem to be that they very much recognize that the two are the same, even if the common folk, perhaps, aren't necessarily skilled enough or knowledgeable enough to see that we had done alchemy in our making the Forbidden Land safe to be in. I don't know if this will lead me anywhere, but walking up an aqueduct seems interesting, so we'll pursue this at least for a moment. So yeah, there's not a whole lot else here. If we walked, we could theoretically lead back, it could theoretically lead us back to where we were here. Not that we want to go over there for any reason, but it does lead to a place that is in bounds, in theory. So so it could theoretically be a way to get over to that area. It's not a good way to, but you probably could walk it. Yeah, and we've got a new variety of gemstones, too. Our little lunch has worn off, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Anyway, so, let's go talk to some Welleks. Yeah, I think we'll probably wrap up after that. A little bit short, but again, we did get started late, so that is part of a consequence of the nature of things, I suppose. I almost want to jump in the water again, just because just again, have not taken the chance to swim previously in this game. Alright, what's your thoughts? His thought is that he would like to split himself into 3 people. Sit. Yeah, the Welleks are not super keen on us. So that's, again, not unexpected, as Yumia says. Alright, Isla, maybe don't use terminology like that. Yes, we don't. Again, at least some of them know what mana is. At least one of them knows what mana is. We'll find a way to get through to them, probably. Yeah, for my thought there, I was going to make a joke that maybe we would stand outside and shoot whatever's in there, but maybe that is true. Actually, we're probably going to make I feel like this is saying that we're going to make something for them, which, you know, is kind of what you do in these games. Make things for people. Okay, so never mind. It does seem that this is fighting, which we could do, but I think I do want to do some more side questing before we continue the main quest. So again, we're not going to continue the main quest today. Oh yeah, we need to make some more tools too. I think I'll probably do that off stream. Possibly this very evening. Albers. These ones don't have anything to say to us in particular either. My shed roof's leaking something awful. Huh. What's up? Not a whole lot. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. We're actually just about to wrap up here. Yeah, I did want to talk to some of the locals first, though. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to necessarily do the side quests this time, but picking them up would be good. My shed's roof is leaking something awful, so I've been gathering up lumber to repair it. Would you happen to have any to spare? We sure do. We've got all kinds of lumber. Yes, how's the game? Looks interesting. Never seen this game. So yeah, I've been enjoying it quite a bit. But yeah, so this is Atelier Yumia. It is part of the Atelier series. Yeah, where you play as an alchemist. You know, you make things with alchemy. Yeah, this one is very much quite different from a lot of the other ones, both in sort of, yeah, both in terms of gameplay. It is the first one that is quite as much of an open world as this one is. A lot of the other ones have sort of large fields, but this is, I think, sort of the first one that has kind of this big, seamless world. Yeah. Yeah, again, quite different in a number of other ways. For instance, it's also quite different in how alchemy is presented. Yeah, in this game, alchemy is something that is considered taboo in a lot of places, and in particular in the region that we are in right now. It is absolutely forbidden. It is not only disliked. If anyone here learned that we were an alchemist, we would be thrown out. So, we've got to be careful about not saying anything too alchemy related to any of these folks, even as we try to help them. But yes, this character right here is Yumia, the titular alchemist. But yeah, you have more for us? Did you find everything? But yeah, interesting. Look more into this game. Yeah, I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, I've played a little bit of a few Atelier games. I've seen playthroughs of a lot of them, and or maybe not a lot of them, but I've seen playthroughs of a few more, and I quite like the game. But yeah, if you want, of course, I do have my VOD channel. Yeah, there should be a link to that in the description, or in the About section. You can watch some of the series. Yeah, did you find everything? Yes, we did. Yes, we have had plenty of lumber for a long time. Thanks, now I can finally patch those holes. Alright. So yeah, I didn't intend to do a whole lot of side questing, but considering that it was just give him an item that we already have. Considering it was just give him an item we already have and have had a lot of for a long time. It seems pretty fair. I'll go see about, I don't know, maybe just talking to people. I want to see what the folks here have to say, if I can find some. Power to dispel the forbidden lands. I'm not going to fall for the lies of an outsider. Yes, it seems that the word has not reached her that we did, in fact, dispel the forbidden land. Humans, why have you come here? Yeah, they're not too fond of us here. But yeah, so these folks are Welleks. Yeah, I was about to talk about another Welleks earlier, but I got distracted and ended up building a house, among other things. But yeah, so we recently met a member of our research team. We're currently exploring this whole sort of region here, which is full of ruins of an old civilization that was destroyed by alchemy. We've learned some more about them as well, but again, if you want to sort of experience the story of the game from the start, I'm not going to spoil too much right now. Yeah, you will, of course, pick up some spoilers from, you know, being around if you see more of the story, but anyway, so we recently met a member of the research team, a member of the research team who is a Welleks. And I was wondering, we had seen her previously. Very briefly, and from how she appeared like she was hiding previously, I was wondering if maybe she was like part of this, you know, community who had sort of snuck into the research team, but it does seem that she was part of the research team. And yeah, I'd also observed that, you know, she definitely seems to be an outsider to this community, even if they are perhaps more willing to deal with her on account of her being a Welleks like them. But yeah, I noticed that, yeah, she definitely has a very different style of dress to these Welleks, so yeah, I'm pretty confident that she has no direct relation to them. Other than, again, simply not being human like them. I thought I had heard something, but I didn't realize anyone was living here. I'm in charge of managing materials for the research team, and we're running a little low on ore. Would you happen to have any to spare? Oh boy, do we have ore. I love running around and collecting as much of everything as I can. So we definitely have a lot. Yes. Ore. I can give you so much ore. Whoops. There we go. Thank you so much. This should keep me from getting yelled at. Oh, sorry, I'm talking to myself. Don't mind me. Alright. Another quest done. So yeah, this one didn't involve any of the Welleks. But, you know, still a quest, and still pretty easy to deal with. Let's see, we've already activated that one. I suppose probably not a whole lot else to do in this immediate area. We already talked to you, I think. We could run around for a little while longer, but again, I did want to wrap up here. So I suppose we will do that. Of course, we've got to have the group pose. And then we will wrap up. Yes, thank you for dropping by, even if I was only here for a bit of a brief time. But yes, so, as per usual, if anyone has any raid target suggestions, I would be delighted to hear them. If not, I can find a target on my own. And in the meantime, we will go over the business. So yes, so, once again, you can expect the Arknight stream on Saturday. I say that, but every stream so far this week has been delayed, so... It is not... Every stream so far this week has not happened on the day that it was planned to happen, so... We'll see. This stream almost didn't happen on the day that it was rescheduled to happen, due to weather. Yeah, have you read the New Thorns event? I have not yet, no. Yeah, I usually don't read too much into events because I want to experience them on stream at some point. I might do a little bit of reading about some of them, but yeah, I don't dig into the story on them too much. I might in the future, especially because by the time that I roll around to them on the stream, probably I'll have forgotten a lot of the details, and I might as well be experiencing them fresh. But yeah. So anyway, I don't have any details to say about this, but if there's anything particularly interesting, I wouldn't mind if you alluded to it at least. Yeah, anyway, again, if anyone has any raid target suggestions, I would be delighted to hear them. If not, I can find a target on my own. And yes, schedule. So yes, Saturday, Arknights. Then next week, hopefully, we should be seeing the proper schedule that I was planning on of Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. Nobody from People I Watch is online currently. Okay, no problem. But yes, so again, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. Monday and Saturday will be Arknights. Tuesday will be more Atelier Yumia. And so on and so forth. Again, I am expecting a package to arrive at some point in the near future with a new game that I was wanting to play on stream. That game being Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. So when that comes, probably we might play it on the day that I get it. But one way or the other, we will definitely be playing it soon once it arrives. But yeah, so possibly the day that I get it, possibly we'll just replace the next stream with Atelier Yumia, or not Atelier Yumia, sorry. Yes, Rune Factory. And again, the plan currently is to alternate between Atelier Yumia and Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, because again, I do want to continue prioritizing Arknights as the main game. But yes. So, with that then, tonight, let's go and visit, let's go visit Marky Chin. Yes, who is playing some The Legend of Zelda, one of them, if the page will load here. The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, okay. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of Phantom Hourglass, I think. I was going to say, I was trying to think if it was Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tract, but yes, Phantom Hourglass is the first one, I think. Or no, wait, hold on. It's... Oh, now I'm not 100% sure which of the... about the DS games. Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks. Was there another one? I feel like there was another one, but I also feel like I'm probably wrong about that. Anyway. So yes, raid, Marky Chin. Yes, the customary raid message is, as always, we have arrived. We have arrived, and I am very confused about The Legend of Zelda. But we're not going to say that. Anyway, we have arrived. So yes. So, then, thank you all for being here tonight. I hope that you have had a fine night. I hope that you will continue to have a fine night every night. And I hope that you will be well until the next time I see you. Thank you all very much, and farewell. Let us get this raid underway.